It's great to have you on. Thank you, David, for coming on and offering to be a guest on my show. It's a pleasure to have you.
You're welcome, man. I'm very happy to be on this interview.
It's very nice to have you. How come you asked to come on my show? Was there a reason you wanted to share your story?
The reason why is because I've been looking for shows to be interviewed on because I never really had the chance. I mean, I've been interviewed on shows before, but it's been a few years because it's very hard to find the right host to give me that opportunity. So, with the thanks to some Facebook groups and all that good stuff, I was able to find you for giving me this opportunity. So, thank you for that.
But the first question I want to ask is you said that even though you don't really know where the heart disease came from, but like, what was it like growing up in your childhood?
I pretty much had the same childhood like normal people, like doing what I like to do. Still go to school. Watch game shows. When I was little, and then eventually get into sports. Watching sports in my teenage years. But the hospital visits is what took a step back in my life. The only one that I remember clearly having was like back in 2018 or 19, one of those 2 years. I think it was 2018. But none time, that, no, I think it was like in the 2000s when all the other ones, except for that one, happened. There's some limited stuff like it's hard for me to get a driver's license right now because of my heart, because I'm not quite sure if I'll be eligible. And just, I can't really think of anything else, but just stuff like that. And also, sometimes, like, I have to go to doctor appointments and all that stuff. So it's hard for me to think of right at the top of my head, but that's the best I can answer you for that one. So I pretty much still had a good, you know, childhood growing up like normal people would, just some setbacks.
At what point in your life did they catch it?
Right, when I was born, because I was born in Worcester, and then that's when I guess the doctors figured that out and went to Boston and get that surgery done, and then the rest is history. As for school, I had no, normal school from, let's say, until middle school. And then that's when I started to get into smaller groups. I mean, still went to the same normal school. I still got to see, you know, friends that are like me and all that good stuff. But in middle school, that's when I got into smaller groups again.
What kind of smaller groups do you mean?
Um, I'm trying to think of the right word.
Like cliques or what?
Just the regular same classes that you would normally get in regular school, just like smaller groups with them. Yeah.
You said you were first born, and when you first were born, I'm pretty sure that it was like when you first got your surgery, like 3 years old. What was that? What was the surgery for?
Well, I said I can remember like back in 2017, I mean 2018. I'm not saying. Here's why I think I had another surgery back in 2018 or whatever. It's because back in 2017, I started to have like infections, which I don't remember exactly what it was called, but I think that was it. Like, oh yeah, bacteria. That's what it was. Bacteria infection. And then, in order to try to clean everything out, I think that's how I got the heart surgery in 2018 as well. So, um, it was very painful. Remembering that surgery because all the other ones, like I said, in the 2000s, I don't remember all of those. Like in 2018, that was very hard because I really wanted 2018 to be a great year for me without any health issues and all that stuff. And just unfortunately, I had to go to the hospital, again. So 2017 to 2019 were very difficult years with effects in sort of bacteria, and then heart surgery 2018, and um, 2019 same thing with the vaccine. But thankfully, since 2020, I haven't gone to the hospital since or anything. Um, and you know, it's proud to say that I'm the healthiest I think I've ever been in the past, in any decade of life here so far.
You said it was hard. Like, what was that experience like for you?
Oh, just being in the hospital stinks. Food is disgusting. I can't really enjoy the food that I want. Waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning for 2 a.m. Just constant doctors coming in, checking on you, which is their job. I guess it's a good thing I don't remember much of it now, of what it was like, because it's hard to explain all that stuff. But, it's just one of those things that, I've been through a lot, and I'm just glad that I'm here, today. And was I ever afraid of dying? Honestly, no, because that wasn't in my head during those times, because there wasn't any discussions about me possible dying. I still remind myself, from time to time, well, not, I should say, rarely from time to time, that maybe something could happen, but I don't expect that to happen.
If you did get the news like that you were going, how would you react?
Just don't just don't expect it to happen, because from time to time, people learn this. Sometimes when you're so worried about something, it turns out not to be the case. So I'll just go up with that way, but you know, I know I'll get the help I need anyways.
Is there any advice you would give to anyone in your position, like who's like you, what you went through?
Any advice? I'll just say, like, just just keep fighting whatever you're going through. Don't make it worse by overreacting to it. Which, from my experience, I always stay calm. So I think that is the best possible way. Just know that everything is going to be okay.
Looking back at sports, what's your did you physically play sports, or you just like watching sports online?
I like watching sports on, if it's online television, listening to the radio. I got started watching the Red Sox back in 2017, the baseball team in New England. And I've been going to baseball games since 2013. And, I started watching more baseball in 2017. And I was very thankful they won the World Series in 2018, because that was one of my favorite groups of baseball to watch. Eventually, starting earlier this decade or so, I got into more sports like football, um, hockey, basketball. Those were big main sports I like to watch or listen to.
What do you think your favorite sport is?
It's baseball, because the games can get so entertaining. There's so many star players, and it's an easy game to follow. And it's even faster now with the pitch clock. I'm not saying that was one of the reasons, but um, also it's like a sport that you can watch in the summertime, starting from the spring and summer, and um, it has some downs, like the commissioner, constant change of rules, the injuries, especially to pitchers. And other than that, it is a great sport, and it is America's pastime. So that's why I really like the game.
How come it became like a big part of your life?
Just for something for me to look forward to every night. There's something for me to watch. Also, it got me a hobby to do more often, and be more out there as well. And also, my first love growing up was game shows, and um, I still like watching game shows from time to time. And that was my first love growing up. And I love game show sports. And as for video games, I'll play them when I want to. It's just not as often. But I do love collecting video games, like for Nintendo Wii, PlayStation, Xbox, sometimes Xbox, the Switch.
All right. Well, it was great having you. And I have to say a last thing before you go, where you have 15 seconds to share out anything you want, and you go now.
Go check out my Network 1000 YouTube page. I have game show sports content, and also you can check out my Instagram page at David345041 underscore.
Hey dudes, what's up? It's me, Ronick, as you know. Anyways, before I let you go, thank you for watching, and if you really want to see it, as always, you can check his stuff down. I paste his stuff so you can just at least look it up yourself. But anyways, please subscribe. We are really looking forward to getting Will Wood on. His manager said if I can get to 1,000 subscribers, there's a chance that I could get him as a guest. So do me a favor and leave a subscribe. Have a good day.